Hey, good morning everybody. Brian here with the Wet Shave Experience. Thanks for tuning in today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you watched before, appreciate you coming back. If you like what you see, hopefully you'll subscribe below. Today I've got a pretty cool shave. I did an unboxing last night. Got this in the mail yesterday, ordered it, dropped on Friday at like 5 p.m. my time. And I got it yesterday, which is pretty quick, especially for, from where I live in Eugene. We don't always get the fastest mail service because we're not a main city or a large city. But anyways, we're going to be using Barbershop de los Muertos today. This is some really sick artwork from Rafa at Chicano Designs. This is a collaboration, I'm sure you're aware. Also some really cool side label art, but it's got all three of their logos on here in the collaboration. So John Perry, Chicano Designs, and Murphy McNeil. Love the side label and everything else that's on here. And then it's got the BDLM, 4 ounces. This is in the Kodiak base. You may not be able to see that. The Kodiak base, this is the first time I've ordered and or bought and or used any Murphy McNeil soap. So looking forward to trying that. I've heard really good things about the Kodiak base. So Kodiak base is named because it has actually a bear tallow in it, from my understanding. Duck fat, it has some great butters, shea butter, lanolin, jojoba oil, Tessa silk. So it has some really high quality ingredients in here. So I'm really looking forward to that. I picked up the matching splash as well. I also went for the duo. So I have BDLM 2 and as well as a matching splash for that. So off the puck, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sure what to use. They both smell fantastic. I feel like I'm leaning towards 2 for me, for my personal scent palette versus 1. 1 is definitely, at least initial impressions, a little bit darker. I get a little bit more of the musk and dark scents to it, dark notes, versus 2 seems to be a little lighter, and I can really get the citrus a little bit more on that. As far as the scent goes, there's a ton of scent notes. So they're both inspired scents. This one is inspired by Jubilation 25 Man by Homage. So top notes, Cistus labdanum, which I had to look up. Apparently that's some sort of musky scent. Coriander orange, Davana, frankincense, blackberry. Middle notes, honey bay, cinnamon, orchid, rose, clove. I don't get any clove on it. I'm very sensitive to clove. And that kind of worried me a little bit, but my nose is sensitive to it, I should say, and picks it up really easy, but I don't really get that in here, so it's blended in very well. Celery seed, guaiac wood, base notes, patchouli, oponox, I don't know what that is, myrrh, atlas cedarwood, musk, moss, ambergris, oud wood, immortelli, and again, I'm not sure what that is either. I didn't look everything up, but I definitely get the base of the musk and moss, and I get a little bit of the orange, but I wouldn't call this a citrus, at least to me anyways. A citrus scent definitely is darker. I get a little bit of different note off the splash, but I haven't applied it yet. I was thinking about doing the, I know Ken and CBD, and I'm not sure who started it, but I've seen some guys kind of sanitize the platform, if you will, and use the splash first and then to get some scent going also, and then use the soap. But I kind of want to use them individually today. I don't want because I think I get a little bit different vibe off the splash than the soap, so I want to use them independently so I don't get influenced on my soap smell from the splash smell. So I will be using the Christopher Karve, I'm sorry, not the Christopher Karve, the Karve Christopher Bradley. I'm not awake yet this morning. With the B plate, with the second use treat blade, I got my bowl. I will be using this. I thought this kind of went pretty well with the set in terms of color because you got the green in the skull there. So this is my King Shave synthetic tuxedo knot brush. And so I'm going to scoop it out, and I'm going to use the same amount of scoops. This is a 4-ounce tub. Like I said, this is my first purchase from Murphy & McNeil, but I've been aware of them. I've looked at their stuff. This is really the first major drop that I've seen. I've only been doing this since June, that they've really had, that I've been aware of. I know they also have a really cool used marketplace, and I've checked that out a few times, just haven't seen anything that I needed at the time, because you never know what's going to be on there, but it's worth checking out for sure. They kind of co-sign in a way, if you will, with a lot of folks to put their stuff up there, and so I think you can get some really good stuff from time to time. It's kind of hit or miss, I think, what you get and what's up there. But if you're looking for something that is been previously used in a good deal, it's worth checking out. And I think they've worked with Rafa on a previous artwork, I think on Gail Locke, which that came out before I was into wet shaving, so I never got in on that. All right, so I've got my soap spread in my bowl. I'm sure that's more than enough, so I just kind of scoop it out to a divot. Like I said, this is the first time I'm using this base, first experience with it, so I'm going to use a synthetic brush. I typically like to use a synthetic when I first use a soap for the very first time. I just feel like it's a little bit more predictable than the Badger brush, and so I get a better sense of how it lathers. So I'm going to lather this up, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back, everybody, and I am all lathered up. I think I got a pretty good lather in my bowl. As you can see there, I think I'm hydrated enough, but we'll see once we get it on the face. And this is definitely a very, very good scent. I mean, it's definitely darker than the other scent, I think, although I haven't used the other one yet, but it is nice, very nice. All right, let's wet the face. Get started here. Like I said, this is my first Murphy McNeil purchase, so I'm excited to try it. The soap and splash are a little pricier in the price spectrum, but you do get free shipping. I think that's been said before. I've watched a few other guys do videos. I know CDB did his. He got an early release. So Sharp David and Marcos El Chingon also previewed this last week, both of them, and we're gushing about them, and for good reason. This smells really good. It's definitely a little darker than my normal, than this one that I prefer, I guess, if you will, which is probably why I initially off the puck kind of said I preferred the other one a little bit. It's a lighter scent. It's based off of, I think, Tom Ford's Man, inspired by, so different scent. I think I got, it's lathered up pretty good. I think I'm pretty hydrated. I mean, I don't know. I think it's all right. And so anyways, I was looking forward to getting this when they came out. I'm a big fan of, to be honest with you, I'm a big fan of what Rafa does with Chicano Designs and his label art. I mean, it's just really cool. I can truly appreciate it. And this is just gliding over my face very nicely. I have a couple of his other collaboration soaps that he did with First Line. So I think pretty much I'm just going to buy whatever he's collaborating with, and regardless, just because I like that label art. So this is a nice little, I don't know if I can get too close, if it'll focus or not, but nice little pillows there on the razor. I was sold out pretty quickly, from my understanding. I don't know. Somebody said, I thought I read somewhere in minutes, but I'm not sure. I don't know John Perry or Bill at Murphy McNeil or Rafa personally, just what I've seen and read online and within the community. But much respect out to those guys for putting out a great scent and product in this release for sure. I'm still trying to get to know people and figure things out, so a lot of what I talk about is just stuff that I read or I watch other guys' YouTube videos, just try to learn what I can. All right, first pass done. That was quick and easy. Made myself some French press coffee again this morning. I've been using a Keurig for a long time. I used to kind of be more into coffee, grind my own beans, that kind of thing. And I kind of got, I don't know, into the convenience of the, I was gonna say lazy, but I don't know if that's the right word, but just into the convenience of the Keurig. But I don't know, lately, kind of been thinking about and reading things about how clean are those things and what's growing inside your machine. So anyways, I thought, well, I don't know, we had this French press, and so I just bought some beans and grinded them myself, grinded them, and bought some Stumptown, which is just up the freeway a couple hours in Portland from me. But excellent coffee, so I'm trying that. So definitely more work than the Keurig, but it definitely tastes better. I just got to work on my bean to water ratio. Okay, cross. Yeah, this scent is settling in real nice. It's definitely, like I said, a little darker, a little more musky to me. I get the orange, but it's not a bright orange. So I don't get like a bright citrusy smell to it. I mean, it's not like dank, like dirt, dark. Could be the ambergris in it as well. I think it's a darker scent. All right, 2 passes down. That was pretty quick again. Do that. Taking a sip of this before it gets cold. I got my cat in the cup. If you're into coffee, I don't know, is French press the way to go? I don't have a regular coffee machine anymore. I realized that it had been sitting so long, we ended up just, I think we donated it. It was old anyways, but I had to buy a grinder too. I realized I had donated and given away my grinder. Sometimes, you know, you keep things and hold on to them, you think you're gonna use them, and then you don't for a long time, so then you finally get rid of them, and then here I am. I needed a grinder, so I had to buy a grinder and some beans. But is French press the way to go? I don't know. What other methods are out there? I've heard the pour over. I read something about this one product called an arrow something, I don't know. Something that was developed by like a Stanford scientist. AeroPress maybe. Anybody use one of those? Or even heard of that? I don't know, apparently it's kind of like a reverse French press, where you actually push it, but it goes out the bottom through a filter. But it only makes 1 cup at a time, kind of like the Keurig. And apparently you have to buy special filters for it, so that sounds like it's probably expensive when you have to buy special filters. All right, we're gonna go against on the sides here. This soap base, I mean, I think it's outstanding. I mean, I used the same plate and the same blade yesterday in my shave. But I don't remember it gliding over my face yesterday as well as it is today. And this is a second use on this blade. So, I don't know, could just be me. I could have hydrated this better. Or it just could be the base is better, I don't know. It's definitely got plenty of residual slickness. I mean, I did this side first, and it's been, I guess, drying, if you will, but it's still just slick. Around my nose here. All right, and just some cleanup on the neck for my odd angled growing hairs here. Almost have to go, it's not quite against or across, it's kind of at an angle there in this area. My hair grows oddly. Man, I almost would be careful not to overshave. I'm going so smoothly today. And there we have it. I'm gonna rinse the face here. Just a spot right there. There we go. got the cold water on. Got my Lancaster Razorworks towel, which I think is a bit of a luxury purchase. I mean, do you need this towel? No. Did I want this towel? Yes. Am I glad I got the towel? Yes. It's just super soft. Okay, so let's get the splash on. So this is supposed to be, I don't know, like I said, this is my first use of their product, so I haven't used a splash of theirs in the past, but this is what I was reading. This is supposed to be a new and improved splash formula. I'm not exactly sure what's new and improved on it, but this it's kind of cool on here. I don't know if you can, I don't know if you can read that, but afterlife, after shave. So this is a 100 ml bottle, but I mean, look at that artwork. It's just so cool. I feel a little burn on the alcohol. And the splash smells different to me, a little bit different than the soap. I don't get as much darkness out of the splash. I'm gonna put a little bit more on, just to kind of get a little bit more scent going. You can see. Yeah, I'm picking out some different notes in the splash. I mean, not in a bad way, for sure. I think I might like the scent off the splash a little bit better than the soap. All right, well, we'll drop the lid in the sink. We'll see how this settles in through the day. I'll use BDLM 2 tomorrow, so I'll kind of report back on how this went, how long the scent lasted. I'd say the scent strength on this is probably medium high, 5, 6. I don't think it's quite pushing 7 or 8, but I'd definitely say it's a 5 or a 6 for sure. And we'll see how long it lasts. That's one thing that also, for me, I like ones that last longer throughout the day, where I can kind of get whiffs of it as the day goes on. And I find that some splashes can do that like all day long, and some don't last quite as long. So I'll report back on that tomorrow when I use the other. But overall, very, very happy with the shave. Very happy with the soap base and the scent on this. So really enjoying it. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody has a good day. Again, if you're new, thanks for tuning in. If you watched me before, thanks for coming back. Really, truly appreciate it, especially with the channel change thing. I still haven't picked up all the subscribers I had on my other channel, on my new channel. I've been trying to get the word out, both on Facebook and on Instagram. And I posted a video on my old channel referencing the new channel and linking to the new channel. So hopefully you found me. Hopefully we pick everybody back up, and we start adding some new folks too. So if you're new here, hope you liked what you saw. Do me a favor and subscribe below. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.